extent. If you take shooting, logically that's not necessarily a sport where India should be excelling in the manner that India is excelling. Across Commonwealth Games, across the Asian Games, won Olympic medals. Look at the number and the amount of sporting talent that is starting to rise out. If you think about it from a completely logical point of view, other than genetics, maybe we're just good shooters, and we have that, and it's a question of concentration. Otherwise, it's the one thing which does require expensive equipment, expensive ammunition, good facilities should be required, and yet we're producing so many world beaters. What would be the reason for that?
I think, Vikram, the biggest reason for this is the emergence of small private shooting academies throughout the country. When Abhinav Bindra won the Olympic gold in 2008 in the 10-meter air rifle event, a lot of former shooters, they started making small shooting ranges. The ones who could not make it big in the Indian team, they set up a lot of ranges in their hometowns, the former shooters, the existing shooters. So as a result, now you will find a small shooting indoor range in almost every corner of the country. So the sport became very accessible to the masses, and as a result, you know, a lot of school children could play it. These academies were well equipped.
It's still expensive. I mean, I'm just thinking ammunition, rifles, good quality guns. It's not the same as being able to spread wrestling or boxing or football. You know, what do you need for football at the end of the day, or any of these sports? Spreading shooting to that extent is probably one of the most expensive sports, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other than, I don't know, equestrian.
Because it involves expensive imported equipment, and this equipment is not easily available here. You need to be a good shooter, reach the nationals to import this equipment. Yes, it is expensive, but you know, still people have been able to manage it. There are a lot of schools now which have opened up shooting ranges and are well equipped with equipment. So you, like a beginner, doesn't need to have their own equipment also. They can just use a rented equipment from a school or from the rifle club.
Actually, I would have again thought that shooting would be in a sport where people would have hesitated a bit for two reasons. One, the very success. It's expensive, it's not that easy to do, but also the very success of India in shooting means it's a very competitive environment even within. For someone to say, I'm not going to pursue a career, or I'm going to, you know, give up, put my studies on a back burner to try and get into the Indian shooting team, hey, it's really competitive now.
Yeah, but Olympic sport is now a career option for Indians. Why? It's not only about the rich cash incentives which you get after Commonwealth Games medals and Asian Games medal in Olympics. It's also, you know, all these government sectors, and you know, a top athlete could get into. There are jobs from Railways, Air India, so many other organizations you get into. If you win a medal, if you're from states like Haryana and Punjab, and if you win a medal at the Commonwealth Games, you become a direct DSP. So this is definitely a career option for, you know, a lot of athletes in India.
Okay, that's an interesting point.